Hi everyone, this is Ryan Hoyme, aka Massage Nerd, and today we have Debra from the FSMTB. Okay?
Correct.
Yep.
Yes.
Hi, nice meeting
Hello,
you.
Ryan. Likewise.
Yeah. So you're at a lot of these trade shows now. You're going out and spreading the word about the FSMTB. Then, so how did you guys come up with the FSMTB?
The Federation, our members are the state licensing boards, and so they needed a community to discuss issues that were relevant and common to all the regulatory communities. So the Federation really represents our members. Our members are the state licensing boards, not individual therapists.
Oh, they are? Okay. So how long have you guys been around then?
We just had our 5-year birthday, 5-year young in 2010.
Okay.
So we're still a young organization.
And how many states are you in then?
We have 41 member states, including the U.S. Virgin Islands and Puerto Rico. So U.S. territories are also included in our membership.
Whoa, okay.
Yeah.
So there's an actual test people have to fill out, to take and stuff in order to...
Well, one of the reason for the Federation's existence is to serve our member boards, and so the flagship program, if you like, is the Massage and Bodywork Licensing Exam, otherwise known by its acronym, the MBLEX.
Okay.
And so one of the goals of the Federation is to simplify and standardize the licensing process so that therapists can move around the country without having to meet new standards and new requirements each time they cross a state line.
Okay.
So the MBLEX has been the first phase of that simplification and standardization, so that every therapist will have taken the licensing exam. It's one-stop shopping, and then for the rest of their professional career, they don't have to come back and take another exam. They don't need to pay any more money other than their licensing renewal.
Okay.
So, and it was launched at the end of 2007, and so now we're up to 34 states using the MBLEX for licensing.
34, okay.
And we're testing about 25,000 plus candidates a year. So pretty much the country has caught on to this, and every therapist from, this 21st century forward will have taken the MBLEX for their licensing, and then as they develop in their career, they'll go on and seek various certifications, in which they want to specialize or show their clients that they have some expertise.
Okay. And what kind of initials can they use behind their name then?
The initials they use behind their name. MBLEX is the name of the exam that we provide for the state licensing board, but the actual credential is the license. And so again, in America, in every state it's different. Some have LMT, some have LBMT, some are licensed massage professionals, LMP. It depends on which state they practice, the actual initial behind their name, but the license is the credential, not the exam is one component of licensing.
One component, okay. And you also are getting into continuing education too then?
Well, in terms of getting into it, most licensing boards require some kind of continuing education to renew a license. And, with the current economy and states having their budgets cut, they've come to the Federation to ask us again to standardize requirements and to approve providers so that their constituents, the actual therapists, know in advance of taking a class whether that class will be acceptable for licensing renewal. So the Federation is doing that as a service again to our member boards, since they don't necessarily have the revenue or the staff or the resources to do the CE approval. But it's strictly for renewal of licensing. It's not to renew some advanced kind of certification level. It's,
and where do you see the future going now with
the future of the Federation?
Yep.
Well, actually, it's boundless. Because we exist to serve our member boards and support the regulatory community, it really, whatever their needs are, will be the track that we follow. So our strategic plan is pretty much focused on the needs of the regulatory community and the simplification and standardization of rules and regulations and requirements. And the MBLEX has gone a long way that actually touches each therapist as they go through the process, and they no longer have hoops of fire to jump through, just maybe a few hoops.
Yep. So, make it a little bit more simple then and stuff.
Yeah,
so,
and the therapists will get the portability of their licensing so that they can hold multiple licenses.
And where did they take the test then?
It's a very simple process. Again, simplification,
Yep.
my keyword.
Yep.
You can apply online, and then within a couple of days, if you're authorized to test, the candidates have a 90-day window within which to schedule their appointment.
Okay.
And we have over 200 test sites around the country. So, if they want to, they can apply in New York and go and take their test in Hawaii and have a vacation after they pass if they want.
Okay.
So you don't have to take the exam in your home state or the state in
Okay.
which you went to school. So
Okay. And then it's all online then, so do they know right away then if they passed? Or
they do.
Okay.
The candidates get the result on their test screen before they leave the test center. They get a hard copy printout before they leave the test center.
Okay.
That night, the day they take the test, that night we send their results to the state licensing board. So within 24 hours they get it there. And then we also store their results for their professional life, so that if in 5 years' time they want to move to a different state, they just contact us and say, please send my NBLEX results to
Okay, so it makes it
wherever.
very, very
So,
simple then, yeah.
That's the goal. That's
Yeah.
the goal. And we've had very positive feedback.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So study guides and things like that, is there many study guides out there for that?
There are. There's becoming an increasing number, and one thing that we have found, it was never a track of the Federation to produce a study guide or practice exams, but there's so many people now trying to emulate the NBLEX and guarantee passing, and in fact they're misleading our candidates and exploiting our candidates. So the Federation has now decided to publish our own study guide and practice exams,
Okay.
so that our candidates have a reliable and authentic source to come to for that accurate information and that NBLEX mock experience. There are some reasonable people trying to prepare them for exams, including their teachers, but there are also entrepreneurial business people that are just really exploiting candidates. So
Yeah.
they're a work in progress, and 2010 should see them. 2011 should see them
Okay.
launched.
And don't you have something in Spanish too, or?
We do.
Yeah.
We have
Okay.
the NBLEX is available in Spanish, and that's because Puerto Rico is one of our member boards,
Okay.
and they're required by law to offer the NBLEX in Spanish. And we also have the application materials online that you can toggle back and forth on our website and apply in Spanish
Okay,
if you
yeah,
want to challenge yourself.
Are you thinking about any other languages then?
There will be
That's
no
fine.
other languages. We only offer it in Spanish because, again, we're required by law by one of our licensing boards.
Okay.
But no, other than that, it's just English and Spanish only.
Okay. And then how do people get a hold of you then? What's the easiest way? Or?
Probably the easiest way to contact the Federation, email is always good, because then we can respond at all hours of the day and night.
Yeah.
We have a toll-free number. There's a couple of options on our website. If you want to contact the executive office, we have an email, info@fsmtb.org, and then a toll-free number. But then the majority of people contacting us is regarding the NBLEX, so we have a separate email, mblex@fsmtb.org,
Okay.
and then a separate toll-free number, 866-962-3926, to contact the NBLEX office for issues pertaining to the exam.
Okay. And also on your website, do you have something where it kind of breaks it down, how much section for the test and stuff at all, or not?
We do. On our
Okay.
website, we have, in fact, the entire candidate handbook can be downloaded or printed from our website if they want a hard copy. We also ship the candidate handbook at no cost if people want to just call in or email and say, please send me one, or schools say, please send me 100.
Yeah.
We'll ship them out, print them up for you at no cost if you want to save your printer ink. But people have the option of applying for the exam on hard copy if they want to print it online, or they can just go online and do it directly.
Yeah.
It's much faster.
And I'd like to ask you another question. What's the big difference between for you guys and then also national boards then?
The difference between the two
Yeah.
is very significant.
Because sometimes people are confused about that
It
and
is
stuff.
confusing,
Like,
and it's a little bit because when this profession started out, they kind of did it the upside down way. So typically, it helps people understand if we use the medical model, because just about everybody's been to a doctor at some time in
Yep.
their life. So physicians take their licensing exam, the USMLE, the medical licensing exam, and then they can use that to be licensed to practice medicine. So for us, the equivalent is the NBLEX, the Massage and Bodywork Licensing Exam.
Okay.
So that will allow them to be licensed to practice massage and or bodywork. And then after that, if the individual chooses to, they can go on and become certified. So physicians could be certified in pediatrics, dermatology, orthopedics. They don't have to, though, to maintain their license. And so the same is with us. After you're licensed with the MLEX, you can choose to go on and become certified if you want to show to your clients that you're certified in, pregnancy massage or certified in, geriatric massage or something.
Yeah, so some people do get...
certification is an option, whereas the MLEX or licensing is mandatory. You need that to legally practice.
Okay, perfect. So is there any other things that need covered at all, you think? We covered a lot in this interview.
We have covered a lot in this interview, so there's always a lot more to talk about. But they're really our main programs is the MLEX, serving the regulatory community and ultimately the professionals. But we're available, for contacting all hours of day and night. Literally, I'm on email at midnight.
So
with
you guys are helping be the voice of massage therapy, so...
We are, and moving the profession forward, and again, importantly, simplifying and standardizing for people.
Okay. It's been extreme pleasure.
Likewise,
Thank you.
Ryan.
Thank you. Thanks, everyone.